Tonight's project, a hook that you hammer into a board. Right there. Ah. Hey YouTube, it's been a while. It's been a long while. Yeah, so welcome to January 1, 2021. We are starting a new series today, and what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and put up a video a day. And here's the premise. So it's going to be a small blacksmithing video every day for the entire year. Will we succeed? God, no. No, we won't. I can tell you right now, prepare to be disappointed. I have a bad track record about this kind of thing, but we really want to do this. We're going to try it anyway. Here's the thing. I come out here, I mess with my forge, and I realize that I just don't have enough time on it. I just haven't had enough time to really dedicate to getting comfortable with it. And so we're going to remedy that problem. We're going to do it. We're going to come out here. We're going to do something every day for a year. Some small project, doesn't have to be big. There's going to be other projects throughout the year, but we're hoping that we can get just one little thing done every day. Little catch up. There's been some changes around here. So welcome to my garage. As you can see, there's been some things moved around since the last time I've been out here. Mostly this area here, we moved the welding table up towards the front, got the Jeep out of here. The Jeep's actually on the side yard. We moved Rusty back in. There's actually been some progress on Rusty. Most notably, I put this spreader bar so I can lift it with the hoist that's in the ceiling, in the rafters. That's part of a larger project, and little teaser for Rusty, for those of you that are interested in Rusty. 4x4 Ranchero. Got it. Anyway, we've got all the parts. We've got a donor vehicle. The vehicle's already got the body off, so it's a rolling chassis. It's a deal of, at this point, the frame's going to get extended to fit underneath Rusty. It'll give us fuel injection, power brakes, power steering, 4x4, 5-speed. It'll make Rusty so much better, and I'll go into that in another vehicle. But as for today, what are we doing? Well, we're gonna start up the forge, and we're gonna start with probably one of the simplest projects, the hook. We're going to make a hook. We're going to forge a hook. I've never forged a hook. What I think we're going to do is we're going to forge the hook, you know, the one that you nail into a wall, into a post. So it's going to be probably going to start off with some 3/8 square. We're going to taper one end to a point. We're going to put the other end, we're going to taper off a little bit so we can put a little bit of a little scroll on the end, and heat it up, fold it, forge it, form it, wax it, package it for shipping. Well, there's no shipping, but anyway, that's what we're doing today. So start off small. Video 1 of 365 right now. Let's get started. While this thing is working on getting a nice bed of coals going, what we're starting with on this hook is going to be this 3/8 inch square bar. It's just some hot roll square, some scrap that I've had laying around here. God only knows from what, and it doesn't really matter, but that's what we're going to start with. I haven't cut it to length. I think what we're going to start with is we're going to put a tip on it, the actual tip that be driven into the wood, and then we'll fold it back on itself and then make our little hook. And then once we get an idea how long we want it, we'll go ahead and figure out some place to cut it off. So that's where we're at. Let's just stab that in there and let it start getting hot. forged a bit of a point here. I don't know if that's going to focus or not, but now somewhere in here, we're going to fold this all the way back on itself. So we're going to have to go all the way around, I think, or just, maybe I'll just do a 90. Let's just fold it in 90. Let's see if we can get a little 90-degree fold in there, a nice pretty one. Let's get that nice and hot right about there. Mutilated my hook. That would have been better to do that in the vise. Okay, so we got a nice little bend in that. I think what I got to do now is I got to kind of just guess where along here I need to shear this, and because we're going to throw a hook. And so what we want to do is probably, I'm going to guess somewhere down in here. No idea where there is, but we're going to cut it right there. This is my fancy hot cut hardy I made from a splitting splitting wedge, and just like that we lost it on the floor. Alright, let's get this whole thing hot now. Alright, so I want to curl, let's see, this hook goes like this, and we're going to come like this, but I want the end of it to curl like that, so we're going to throw a little teeny tiny scroll on the end of this. And just to get it started, I'm going to do it while it's kind of cold. Mostly just so I remember which way to roll it when I get it back out of the fire. A little hot. precious. Just fold it over the end. Let's see, now we got to go this way. I probably should have started with this. There, I like that. This is just a beeswax and I think linseed oil. I think I mixed it in this particular batch. This thing's still a little warm, but need to analyze it, see what did we learn about this. I think the square taper turned out really nice. You can see pretty balanced, not too bad. We ended up, initially I tried to make this sharp bend on the anvil. That didn't work so great, so stuck it in a vise. So we'll know to do that next time. This little scroll tip, not a big deal. It wasn't supposed to be anything fancy. It just needed it folded over so it didn't, create something that was a snag. But the hook itself, this little radius, was a lot more difficult than it probably should have been. Now I don't know whether that's just a lack of control on my part, which I'm sure it is to a certain extent. I'm sure a well-accomplished smithy could roll that out with his bare hands. But I think what this tells us is our next project should probably be a jig for making that hook. So yeah, that might be it. And that's the way this is going to work, is we're going to kind of move forward and let one project lead into the next. So anyway, yeah, that ought to work. There are entire philosophies built around a square shank nail versus a round wire nail, like what we use in most modern construction. And the theory is that a square cut shank actually tears into the fibers in such a way that they kind of grip that nail, that shaft better than a round shank, which the idea is that when you drive a round deal, the fibers just kind of move around and they're only really gripping on the sides. So let's drive this into this piece of old redwood that I found. See if it grips. Yeah, let's lay that on the table. Well, split the wood. That That's beautiful. All right. Score 1 point for that square shank. Look at the way that it tore those fibers. It's actually locked this thing in place. You couldn't pull that out because the little fingers of the fibers are actually holding it in. Pretty cool. So I can rip it out the side. There you go. Oh, it bent. All right, so if you like that, if you like this video and you want to see more of this kind of stuff, give it a thumbs up and a like. And there's ways of supporting my little channel here. I think I've got a Patreon still. I don't know. And, you know, when your mom and your wife are the only ones that join. But, yeah, we're looking forward to, we've got more hooks in the way. We've got probably a whole variety of tools for the forge, things like fixtures and jigs and chisels and tongs, and we're just going to keep making stuff, whatever we need for whatever we're doing. And this is just the first one. Hopefully this is one of 365. And Happy New Year. Bye.